What is up, Panther Nation, Pantherologists? Welcome back to yet another edition of Pantherology. This time, we're not going to have any complications. All right. This time, we are not going to have complications today. All right. So, before we get into today's video, you saw it before. We can play it again if I need to, but make sure you like, subscribe. Feel free to get in the comments section. And other than that, check out betusa.com over there. Check it out. The link is down in the description. If you sign up for free today, get a free 125% sign-on bonus. And if you use promo code Pantherology, you can also get an extra percentage to that as well. So appreciate everyone joining. Feel free to get in the comment section, chat it up. But yeah, all I ask is that you like, because the more you like, the more people come and see. All right. Enough of that. Yeah, so earlier today, I know there was a lot of complications. I kept doing a stream, trying to keep it going. So let me tell you what happened. I got this new streaming service called Streamlabs. It's a great streaming service if you're into video games, stuff like that. So if like you're a video game player, maybe it's something I might be able to implement once I get some things figured out. For right now, that thing is just lagging like crazy. So I decided just to go back to StreamYard, which is what we're using right now. But other than that, I apologize for the complications. Was still able to do a stream, but later than I really wanted to. So I'm still trying to work out those complications with that. But that thing is so cool, very high tech. It's a total different ball game when it comes to the Streamlabs. So, but I've decided to use StreamYard, and we're just going to use that for today. All right. So I appreciate everyone joining. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's do this one. No, not that one. All right, let's do that. There we go. Okay, first slide is up. All right, there we go. Panthers quest for the right guard. All right. Kind of funny, right? Kind of funny. In the quest to find that right guard. All right. Now, we all know that the Panthers are still trying to decide who will play right guard after that game against the Jets. Okay. And we're trying to figure out who's going to play there in this next game. Right now, we have a few options to choose from, right? One player, who's out. Austin Corbett's hurt, won't be ready for a few games, right? Then Coach Campen has been trying out different guys at the position to find the best fit. Okay. So you got Cade Mays. Okay. For example, you got Justin McCray, Chandler Zavala, Nash Jansen. All right. Jensen. Sorry. All are getting a chance to show their skills and win that right guard spot. Michael Jordan also got to play in that game, and we saw what happened, but he won't be part of that main competition, I don't think. Okay. Now, Coach Frank Wright said they're not sure who will be at the right guard. All right. He mentioned that it's a tough decision. They might wait until after the game against the Giants. Okay. To really make up their minds as to who they want to know there to be with the starting 5 players for the last game. Okay. And then also, starting week 1. Now, Zavala, Jensen have been dealing with injuries, but when Jensen has been able to practice, he's done really well. Okay. Coach Wright said that they were waiting for those guys to get better before making a decision. And he thinks that they're all good choices, but the injuries have made it hard to choose. And they'll see how things go this week before making a final choice. All right. And, there are a lot of big, strong guys up front at the Carolina Panthers. We know they didn't have such a great job, right, against the Jets. But in the Panthers' first game before the real season, begun, the guys who protected the quarterback, didn't do well. Okay. Bryce Young got tackled once, got hit 3 times. Backup quarterback Matt Corral got tackled 4 times, even though, but we're missing Austin Corbett. I feel like the whole line didn't work very well, especially at the right guard spot. Okay. with all these guys transitioning, taking turns into this position. So even though the big guys didn't do well, Frank Wright still believes in them. Okay. And he doesn't think that this one day means, they're not good. Okay. And he said, we just need to do better more often. So we've been doing well in practice and in training camp. Our offensive line is strong. As he said, Saturday he said was bad, but he said that he still believes in our guys. So, and they're learning from their mistakes and making improvements. So now on the other hand, the other team, the Jets, had more practice time, had already played a game before, facing us. All right. So there's no need to be, I don't think there's any need to be super worried now. Okay. It's only the first preseason game, and the Jets have a really good defense. So maybe the Panthers, I feel like, will do better in the next game against the Giants. But I feel that also everyone will forget this bad day because it's just a preseason game. Okay. If they keep having problems in the next games, the fans can start, then we can start maybe worrying a little bit. Okay. All right. Black Mamba's in here saying, I believe they want to give Zavala a starting job at right guard. I think they want to do the same thing. I just think that it depends on who really steps up, which we're really going to get into some guys. And I'm going to talk more about Zavala as well here shortly. Once we get into that next the next topics. All right. We'll definitely get into that, Black Mamba, so stick around. All right. So let's move on to the next thing here. All right, let's move on. Marquan McCall gets signed. So we got a big, strong man in the middle on the Panthers defense that has really had quite a journey, if you think about it. So when Marquan McCall first came to the Panthers in Carolina, not many people knew about him. Okay. He joined this team who wasn't picked in the NFL draft back in 2022. And back when he played for Kentucky, he didn't really get a lot of attention for making big plays. Okay. But now that we've seen more of McCall's playing style, we know he's not just about getting lots of tackles. Okay. I feel that McCall does a lot more than what the numbers on the paper show. He's really, really good at stopping the other team's running plays, takes on two players at once, blocks the pass when the runners take and makes chances for the linebackers to stop plays close to where they start. So in this 3-4 defense that Evero is running, I feel that our defensive coaches are going to use McCall and get to show off his skills. Now, from when McCall joined the Panthers back in April of 2022, okay, he's made a lot of progress. He's gotten better at playing on the field. He's worked hard to get stronger in the gym. Now, when he was in his final year at Kentucky, he weighed at 379 pounds. Okay. Now he's down to 345. So last year he got in good shape to play in the games, right? And be part of the team's better rotation. So now he's playing with the best players. And I think he's set to start the first game of the season against Atlanta. So I'm looking forward to seeing what more this man can bring to the table. I'm glad that we added in some more, signed him and got some more depth there in that position. All right. So I'm so glad, though, that this stream is working so much better than the other one. I really wanted the Streamlabs to work, but it was unfortunate it didn't because it's a pretty cool streaming service. So appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. Feel free to join the Discord and follow me on TikTok. Everything is down below in the description of this video. So I much appreciated to all y'all showing your support. All right, let's move on to the next topic. So the Panthers need to believe in Bryce Young. Okay. I feel that that a lot of people, I don't know, I wouldn't say that. I feel that the Panthers, obviously we had a hard time in our first preseason game, and Bryce didn't really get to show his skills. All right. And it wasn't perfect by any means, but there were many things to like about how the Carolina Panthers quarterback Bryce Young played against the New York Jets. Okay. All right. Now, Marcos Cash is in here saying, "What up, Panther Nation? What up, Marcos Cash? Appreciate you joining." Marcos Cash, I know you were trying to help me out, or you were trying to help me out earlier at the Streamlab thing. I really appreciate you for your help. Unfortunately, things are just not working out with that. So we're back on the other train here. All right. So now the dust is settled after the Panthers lost their first preseason game. Okay. We're getting ready for the next game against the Giants. So we're moving on from the Jets. Okay. So Bryce will probably play more in this game after not a so great start in the first game. Now, Young was on the field for 11 plays on offense. Okay. Even though he only threw the ball for 21 yards, there was reasons to feel hopeful, because when you think about the fact that this offensive line didn't protect him well, and their coach, James Campen, was not happy with their performance whatsoever, you have to think that we have a talented player in Bryce Young, okay? So looking at players like Young during the preseason can be tricky, okay? Because most people in the media tend to talk about the bad things and then the good things, okay? So the Panthers should remember why they liked Bryce Young from when they first chose him, okay? So in simple words, just believe in his skills. All right. Now, of course, he wasn't perfect. All right. Frank Wright also said after the game that they used a basic plan and not actually plan they'll use during the regular season. Not really sure why we did that, but that's neither here nor there. And still, Young's great skills were clear. He made quick decisions, got rid of the football, even when the other team's players were pressuring him, the Jets, right? So he also showed he understood, what was happening on the field before the play really even started. Okay. So add to this, his good way of throwing the ball, moving from one play to the next smoothly, and his first professional throw where he had to read the whole field before getting tackled. I feel like this guy is very, very special. Okay. All right. Now there's a guy. Out there. I just noticed an ad on the stream. So there's a guy out there for Sporting News. Okay. Vinny Irie. Okay. Who also agrees. And he said that the Young's efficiency will be really important for the Panthers' success in this division. Okay. And he said that we have a chance to do very well, especially if Young can keep playing efficiently. Okay. So we don't need to change our thinking. Okay. Just because the Panthers lost to the Jets, right, who have a strong defense, I feel like people react quickly and say things without thinking. All right. Young got criticized unfairly after just a few plays. But that doesn't matter to Coach Wright or the rest of this team. If you go back and look at that game closely, you'll see that Young actually did well. Okay. Maybe he wishes he could do some, better throws or had some better opportunities, but he showed that he's in control of the team. And he's using the skills that helped him succeed in football, until now. All right. There's 6 people watching. There's only 4 likes. Make sure you pound that like button if you're just in here. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps get the algorithm out there to bring in more people to the channel. All right. So we don't know how much Young will play in the next 2 practices. Okay. Even though they wanted to give him more chances to play. Okay. And I feel that they worry a bit about how well the offensive line will protect him. And we should, because we're having some troubles there, which we just discussed earlier. But I feel like as us fans, we can relax a little bit, know that Young is a talented player. And he's going to face some big challenges. Okay. When in real games start, even the worry about getting hit in the NFL, right, has been reduced after one preseason game. Okay. So what comes down to this, it comes down to quick thinking, staying calm, and being accurate. That's what makes Young a great player now and into the future. So that's why I made this topic up, and that's why I wanted to bring to you today, at least for a Bryce Young standpoint. See, we got some comments in here. Marcos Cash is coming in saying, Young looked like a poised quarterback under pressure, if that makes sense. Yes, he did. I mean, if you go look at his game film, and watch him step back, you could tell he looked comfortable. His feet weren't jittery. He wasn't just stepping back and just like all over the place. You could tell he just felt comfortable. He feels comfortable back there. And he took some hits, got back up, and he was fine. Obviously, he can take the hits. Obviously, as time will go on, though, we can't have him taking as many hits as he did against the Jets. But that's why we talked about fixing the right guard position in the first place, right? So, if anything that can help this team, it's really just believing. We just got to continue to believe in this guy. Right. Exactly, Marcos. He did not have Sam Darnold feet, okay? Matt Corral was back there shuffling his feet. Yeah. When a guy steps back and he does this little 3-step drop and he's just nice and poised and composed and calm, the way that Bryce does, you can tell he's comfortable. You can tell that he's very comfortable in the position that he's in. So, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button. It helps out the channel. That's all I ask. It's free. It's one click away. That's all I ask. Let's see what else we got in here. Looks like we got another comment coming in. What's your thoughts on Jamie Robinson so far? Touch that topic whenever you get a chance. Rotten Apple exclusive. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I really appreciate that. I think Jamie Robinson is a dog. He's also a rookie. I watched him play when he was at the University of South Carolina, and then before he transferred over to Florida State. When he got drafted, he made a big statement that he said, hey, I'm going to make these people that passed on me regret it. And obviously he hasn't done that so far. JC Horn and Dante Jackson both love him in that locker room. They think that he can be very, very good. We'll see what happens. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of news on him. There hasn't really been I haven't seen a lot of talk about him in the Panthers news lately. I think that he can be very, very good. I think he's got the talent. And if you go watch his Florida State tape, you go watch his game, University of South Carolina tape, he was very, very good at both places. It's just that, I don't know, maybe he's just inconsistent. I mean, I really don't have much thoughts on him because I haven't really been focusing on him as much lately when it comes to the Panthers. I've been really focused on more of the offensive line and guys that need to step up and Bryce. So, yeah. I think he's good. I just don't know if he's gonna be as good as he says or thinks he is. I can't say. There's a lot of unknowns with our football team. There's a lot of guys on this football team that are trying to make it. I mean, he had a really bad play in the preseason game, but it was actually a really, really bad play. So But I think it's also when it comes to preseason, guys, like we got to understand this. And I think a lot of people choose this narrative, like I was saying before, one bad play, a really bad play, nerves are involved, new coaching staff, new playbook, new faces, that's a lot to take in and understand everything and bring it all together in one. And I feel that could be the reason why Jamie Robinson really hasn't been really showcasing as much. And maybe they are not giving him as much playing time. I don't know. But yeah, that's really my take on Jamie Robinson. I wish I could give you more. I really haven't been focused on Jamie Robinson right now. Because there hasn't really been much of anything coming out except he had one bad play. So we'll see. We'll see what as time goes. We'll see what as time goes. But this is where we iron out the kinks, man. I mean, we had one bad game against the Jets. All right, it's preseason. This is where we iron out the kinks. All right, this is where we really just, like I said, focus and come together as a team. There's 6 people watching. Make sure you pound the like button. I would much appreciate it, please. It helps get the channel out there to other people. Ooh, we got 5. One more and we'll make 6. I am going to do a giveaway this month. At the end of the month, I'm going to do a nice giveaway. So I appreciate all y'all. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of the giveaway. Also, check out the Discord. The Discord link is down below. Also, guys, so here, I want to share my screen with these 2 things real quick. Here's my TikTok. Please go check it out for me. Please go follow me there. That definitely helps me out. And also, go and let me share my screen again. Go check out the Discord. This is the Discord right here. I post up all kinds of stuff in here. We got people in there. It's a great way to connect, but it's also a good way to find out when I'm live. All right. And that link is in the description of this channel. All right. So much appreciated. And it's free. All right. Let's get back into it. Step up. All right. Brought to you by BetUSA.com. That link is down in the description. Step up your betting game if you're into that. All right, let's get right into it now. So, 3 players who I feel that need to step up in this preseason week 2, okay? There are going to be some chances for these players to really shine against the Giants, okay? Now, which players, people are probably wondering, well, which players need to step up? Well, I'm giving you 3 guys right now, all right, in my mind, okay? Now, even though the Panthers had a great offseason and the practice sessions and all that, and their first preseason game didn't go well, and they lost without scoring, blah, 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 the result doesn't matter much, okay? But the way they play suggests that maybe the team isn't as strong as people thought, okay? But it's not to worry, okay? This is more of a wake-up call, okay? So the Panthers, I think, needed that, honestly. And some important people in the team are watching their practices closely before they play the Giants on this Friday, okay? And they'll probably they'll probably use basic plays again to keep their real game plans a secret, but the team knows they need to play better after their not so good performance in the first game. Okay. But these are the 3 players in my mind that I feel that are important to take this chance in preseason and showcase their skills. And so the first guy I want to talk about there that's up on this screen here is Nash Jensen. Okay. Now, Nash Jensen, the offensive lineman, didn't play well at all against that strong defense against the Jets either, okay? It was a bad game from the beginning to the end, and the players felt that the coaches are, James Campen is not very happy with this group, okay? All right, now we all know that Frank Wright hasn't decided who will take place for Austin Corbett while he's out hurt, okay? But I want to see how Nash Jensen and another young player do before making a choice. Okay. Now, this game against the New York Giants could be the biggest moment in Nash Jensen's career. Okay. Nash Jensen practiced with the first team on Tuesday today. Other players also got a lot of chance, but it looks like he will play a lot in the game against the Giants after missing the first preseason game due to an injury. Okay. So the time of the year is all about, this time of the year is all about really making the most of their opportunities for players like Jensen. Okay. He did well in practice, but doing well in a real game could be the thing that makes a difference in getting a spot on this team, or maybe even getting a starting spot if he surprises us. Okay. So, Jensen, I need you to step up, my friend. All right. Eric Rowe. All right. Now, not many Panther players played well in the game against the Jets, but Eric Rowe, I felt, did a good job when he was on the field for, 38% of the defensive plays. It was something like that. There was a stat out there I was looking at. But the Panthers added Eric Rowe to the team earlier this year. We know that. But he's been quiet, right? But apparently he's been getting better. And he's becoming an important part of this defense in my eyes. And if he keeps playing well, he could get more playing time in the future. Now, the competition for this position is tough. Okay. Eric Rowe cannot make any mistakes. Okay. But his good play in the last game shows that coaches trust him. So he might get to play a lot against the Giants too. Now, last year didn't go as planned for Rowe when he played for the Miami Dolphins, right? But his skills could be really useful in this defense, especially now that we're running a 3-4 scheme that they use. All right. Now, what I need Eric Rowe to do is take this momentum and continue doing well. But this game against the Giants will show that if he deserves to be on this team this year or not. All right. Now, Black Mamba, if you're still in here, Chandler Zavala. Okay. I know you made a comment about him. Okay. But Chandler Zavala, 4th round pick. We all know that. It's really hard for me to know how good he is because of him missing practices because of the injuries. So it means that it's tough to judge on how well he's going to do right now or in this next coming game. Okay. But the coaches want to see him play more before deciding, right, who's going to start that right guard position. It could be Jensen, right? So what's really the right guard position is key right now. Okay. K Mays didn't play well against the Jets. So this opens up a chance for Zavala now. So if he practices well this week, doesn't get hurt, he might get a lot of playing time. Now, other players like Cam Irving, Michael Jordan, we all know they didn't play well last game. So this is a whole new experience for Zavala, who hasn't played in a professional game before. So I feel that if he stays calm and then knows what to do, doesn't get too nervous, that's probably what coaches are hoping for. We're not sure if Zavala will become the starter after this game, right? We don't know that. But if he plays well against the Giants, his chances definitely increase. So it all depends on how Zavala performs. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. All right. Now, I did a live stream earlier, and I didn't really get to I don't feel like I really got to, you know, present what I wanted to present because of the fact of, what happened with the whole new live stream I was trying to use. So I kind of want to go back over what I didn't really get to go over earlier. So I'm going to bring that up here shortly. Let's see here. See if I can find it. I should be able to. It's not a big deal. Because I didn't really get to go. It didn't go too well. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Because that dang thing just did not want to work. All right. So I kind of want to go back after this. All right. So the rising stars, okay? All right. So these guys who I'm taking a look at to improve after that first game. All right. We already talked about Jensen, so I'll skip him. All right. We just talked about him. So I'll skip him, but I will talk about the three other guys. So Deontay Brown, okay, had a good game Saturday. Didn't get much attention in 2022, but now he's reminding fans and coaches he is a good player, okay? He's worked hard to get better, and it's starting to show. And I feel like he has a chance to be on this team, especially with the struggles of the other linemen. All right, Deontay Brown did actually pretty well, okay? Derek Wright, a new addition to this team this year. Did well in training camp last year, but didn't make the final roster. This year, he's impressing a lot of people. He did a good job against the Jets, in my opinion. He was a standout in college, but did really well in the game and catching passes, getting yards, all that. But he might have a good chance to make this team this time. So be on the lookout for him. Another guy, Spencer Brown. We've talked about him before. And even though he didn't make the team, didn't do well on the offense last year, but he has stood out this year. All right. He was kind of the bright spot of that Jets game from the offensive standpoint. He wasn't drafted back in 2021. Okay. He's been practicing with the Panthers. And after his good performance in the first game, he might finally get a chance to be on the team. He gained 34 yards while running with the ball, even though the offensive line didn't do great. So I feel like this shows that he's a very strong player, right? The coaches are also noticing as well, and they gave him a good grade for his performance, and the team needs a strong runner like him. So he might have a chance to be on the team's final roster. Who knows? All right. All right, let's move on to the next thing here. So keys to success here, guys. So these are keys to success. I know I did this on my live stream earlier, but like I said, it didn't go well with that new Streamlabs thing. So I really wanted to go over this again. All right. So the question I have for you guys is, what are the important things that can help the Carolina Panthers do well in this 2023 season? Okay. All right, so there's some key factors here, okay, to a successful year. Number one, new coaches and leaders, as you can see Deuce Staley there, okay? Carolina Panthers have a fresh look this year with a new coaching team led by Frank Wright, okay? They also have experienced coaches like Jim Caldwell and Deuce, okay? So this new leadership aims to guide Panthers to success this year and the future. I'm a big Deuce Staley fan. I'm a huge Deuce Staley fan. I love Sean Jefferson. Those might be my two favorite coaches, and probably Campen as well on the team. So if I had to choose my two favorite or a couple favorites, definitely Deuce, Sean Jefferson, and Campen. All right, Bryce Young. I mean, I feel like that's definitely self-explanatory, but I will say he has a good mentor in Andy Dalton. And if he performs well, the future could be bright for our team, right? Obviously, that's self-explanatory. All right, that's as far as I'm going to go with Bryce. Okay. Now, improved defense and turnovers. Last year, the defense carried the team. They need to create more turnovers this year. I feel like with the new defensive scheme and the players like Von Bell, Justin Houston, the defense could become even better and help the team win more games. All right. Number 4, as you see on this list, strong running game. Okay. The Panthers running game got better last year, if you think about it, after we traded Christian McCaffrey. So now they have Miles Sanders, who is a Pro Bowl running back. All right. If we can have a strong offensive line, all right, we can figure out our right guard issue. The running game can be a key part of the Panthers strategy going into this season. All right. And it was a big strategy after we got rid of Matt Rule, right? We traded Robbie Anderson and then, traded Christian McCaffrey. All right. And the running game got better when Christian McCaffrey went away. Chuba and Deontay Foreman stepped up. So I feel like we're going to need that also so that we can take some pressure off of Bryce. All right. Now, staying healthy is another one. All right. Injuries can affect the team's performance. That's why I put Dante Jackson there. I could have put JC Horn there as well. All right. The Panthers, I feel, have built a very deep roster. Okay. So players like DJ Chark, JC, Dante Jackson, they all need to stay healthy for our team to be successful. All right. So having a healthy team can make a difference in their performance. And we all know that. All right. So the Panthers focus on these factors, work together as a team. They have a great chance to have a very, very good season. All right. All right. Last but not least, will Bryce Young win the Rookie of the Year? Should you bet on him to win? This is brought to you by BetUSA.com. The link is down in the description. Promo code Pantherology. Sign up for free today. You get a 125% bonus on your first bet, plus an extra bonus when you use my promo code. So go check it out. All right. Guys, if you're just joining, make sure you pound the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. We've gone over a lot of topics tonight. So don't worry. There will be a replay for this. So if you feel free to go back and watch it. But I just appreciate you joining and showing your support. All right. So Bryce Young, I feel like, has a good chance to win this Rookie of the Year. Okay. All right. This makes him one of the top contenders, obviously, because he's drafted number 1 overall. He's a rookie, so he has a chance to really win this award for the best offensive player of the year for the rookies. Now, you look at his betting odds right now are plus 400 to win the award, which means he has a good chance. Now, the only person above him, I'm pretty sure, is Bijan, running back for the Atlanta Falcons, who has better odds than him. So we already saw what he did against the Jets. I feel that people don't really believe as good as we really might be, even though we didn't have a great first preseason games. But I think we're going to shock some people, I feel like, and win this division this year. Okay. I've already said it. I've predicted us to go 10-7, and a lot of people don't like that. It is what it is. This would really help Young's, obviously, chances of winning Rookie of the Year award if that's the case. All right. So the odds for the best new offensive player in 2023, okay, the last 2 players who won this award were wide receivers. But before that, the quarterbacks won in 3 times in recent years. So it's not guaranteed that a quarterback will win, but Young has shown he can do well at this NFL level. Okay. I think so. Okay. We don't have players anymore because we traded away DJ Moore. Okay. For Young. Okay. So we don't have that true number 1. Okay. But if Young has a great season despite this, it would be even more impressive. So, we got a strong defense. I feel like we added guys like Miles Sanders, Thielen, Chark, right, to help him out. So even though other players like Bijan, CJ Stroud might get a lot of chances to play, Young is the starting quarterback for this team and has secured that spot. We all know that. Robinson is a strong competitor to win this. If we beat Atlanta and we do better than Atlanta in this division, it will give Young an advantage to win this award. So I've already placed my bet. Just letting y'all know that. So y'all can sound off in the comments and let me know what you think. So I appreciate everyone joining tonight's live stream. I hope that everyone enjoyed it. If you're just joining here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that post notifications bell. Feel free to get in the comment section. I'm going to leave the last 15, 20 minutes up here for a nice little Q&A for you guys to chat up with me. Feel free to get in the comment section, shoot a little question over, whatever you like. I'm just glad that I was able to get a live stream going tonight. I ain't going to lie. Because it was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I do apologize about that earlier video, guys, though, but Streamlabs was just not working for me. So I'm leaving the floor open to you guys, a nice little Q&A. Leaving the floor open to you guys. Thinking about doing a call-in show one of these days again. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Do a nice little call-in show where you guys can call in to either through the Discord, or I'll have the StreamYard invite for you guys to join. Actually, I could do that right now if y'all want. You know what? I'll do that right now. So, guys, I'm going to put the StreamYard invite in here. Anybody's welcome to join. This is a good way for you to come in and, talk some Carolina Panthers with me. So if you click on that, people can come in and sound off about something they want to talk about. This is a good way for you to join and connect with me and chat one-on-one. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. I'm leaving the floor open to you guys with the StreamYard app here. You can use that link and just click right into it, and it will send you over into the stream, and you can hop on and talk with me. So feel free to join. See if there's any news going on the Panthers. Let's see if we can pull something up too for Twitter. See if there's anything going on. I haven't heard any. Okay. Okay, here we go. Feel free to join, guys, if you would like. I'm going to present this. This is a nice little thing of DJ Chark here. Let's see what he had to say. DJ Chark would love to win every preseason game. All right, let's see what
it's frustrating to lose in general. anytime that you're not successful or you go out against the next man and you don't win, you don't put up more points than them, it's frustrating. But honestly, like, one, it's a lot of preseason isn't necessarily about winning, it's about figuring out who can do what we ask them to do. I'm thinking more like from a coach's perspective, but also as a teammate, like, who can I trust to go in and do these assignments right? Whether this receiver goes in and go for 80 yards, but then he had 4 missed assignments. And it's like, can I trust him when the lights are really on? So that's kind of what this is really all about.
What's up,
A lot
Marcus
of us
Marsh?
didn't really even play it as much, and that's tough because
There's a
on one
StreamYard
end it's the
link, guys, if you want
preseason,
to come in.
it doesn't really count per se, but also you're going through the whole routine of pregame meal, the pregame meetings the day before, you psychologically getting ready to go out there and go to war. And, say you only in for 5 plays, you can't prepare like you're going in for 5 plays, So I think all that matters. And I think just we definitely have some things that, we have to fix, but this is a whole new group of guys. First time putting on pads together. That's my first time putting on a Panthers jersey. It's a long road. One thing I learned about the NFL, it's a long season. 17 games. We're going to be here until January, hopefully February. So it's a lot of things that we're going to have to fix for sure. But that's what we're here for. It's been times. Personal experience, I've only had one winning season in my career, and that was with Detroit last year, and we started off 1-6. So it's a long season. So we understand that. We have the guys here for it, and
That's true. That is very true. I didn't even think about that. Detroit last year started 1-6, and they ended up having a winning season. So that is very true. That's a great mindset to have. Josh Ace comes in and says, not a Panthers fan here, just to kind of support a channel. What do you think the floor of the defense is like? A lot of secondary moves this team has, but they are a young group, and I'm not a fan of ILBs. What does ILBS mean? I'm sorry. I apologize, Josh. But not a fan. Okay, so your question is, what is the floor of this defense? Is it like as I like a lot of secondary moves the team has? I mean, I feel like our defense could be top 10. I mean, I feel like the floor of this defense really is top 15, right? I mean, I think the ceiling's definitely top 10. I mean, as long as for me it comes down to the fact of, number one, after watching the Jets game, defensively, we've got to be better against stopping the run, right? I mean, we have to be better against stopping the run. Jets ran the ball all over us, right? If we go and look at, the, the passing game, I'm not too worried about as long as Dante Jackson and JC Horn, inside linebackers. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I got a little confused there. I feel like, though, that as long as JC Horn and Dante Jackson stay healthy, I think that's going to be the biggest key here for us, right? I feel like that we are good enough to be a top 10 defense. I just think that those two guys really need to stay healthy, especially in the secondary. Because I don't really trust CJ Henderson or Keith Taylor to take over if both of them got injured, CJ Henderson has stepped it up. So obviously we lit a fire up his ass because we didn't pick up his 5th-year option. But but you're not a fan of inside linebackers. Yeah, I mean, Shaq's a leader. I mean, Shaq's been here for a long time. I think a lot of people don't give him credit where it's due. I think he's a very good linebacker. I think he's very good against the run. I feel that Frankie Louvu is very, very good. He can be all over the field. You can put him. I feel like you can put him at inside or outside, right? Justin Houston's probably going to take that inside. I have a feeling that it's going to be him on the outside. You obviously got Burns on the outside. I feel like Burns in this position can be better at stopping the run now because he can get off the edge quicker. But Evero's got a lot. We have a lot of versatility with his defense, so it depends on how Evero decides to run the scheme, how he wants to scheme it up. He's going to be able to move a lot of guys around. Jeremy Chin's going to be able to play either linebacker, nickel corner, or even, put him back into the safety position. So he's going to be kind of all over the place. There's a lot of unknowns, but there's a lot of versatility. So I'm looking forward to the defense. I would say the floor, top 15. I think the ceiling is definitely top 10. See if there's any other news going on. See if there's any other news going on here. Okay. Here's Austin Corbett. I wonder if I could just go, you know what? I guarantee you the Panthers probably have all these. Let's see. That was DJ Chark. Okay, Austin Corbett. Okay, here we go.
Things weren't good enough, and we'll keep it between ourselves on the exact details of what was going on in there. But we have a standard to uphold.
Austin, how are you feeling? Is your hope that you can avoid starting on the top?
Yeah, I mean that's obviously everyone's goal, right? But really, there's still no true idea on how this progress. We continue to add more into my rehab and continue to do more change of direction. And so yeah, everything's been going good. No, not swelling up at all. No setbacks. So just continuing to add more and still, still a month till we get close and see where we're at then.
Yeah, that was a poorly phrased question. It's
I mean, I'll leave that to people upstairs, right? And that's why they're in charge. And I'm just here to do what they tell me and hopefully get out there sooner than later.
You have experience with the Rams. Thomas brought some of that influence here. What have you seen from what he's brought of that influence into what Frank does with his offense?
Yeah, I think.
So Austin Corbett just said that they're going to give it another month, and then they're going to do another evaluation and see where he's at. So
just both of them getting together and
we'll
how quickly
they were
able to merge their minds and just get on the same page with everything. And you got parts from obviously Frank's past, you have parts from Thomas's past and Deuce's past, and you just have all these guys, just tons of NFL, just true winning football experience too, and just the blend and how easily, from our standpoint at least, I'm sure it is that easy in their staff meetings because these guys just work so well together and communicate to us, and really there's no stone unturned. And the details that they're giving us for the coaching have just been fantastic. And I'm obviously not out there preaching what they say to us, but I know all the guys in all the position rooms love it and are fired up about it.
You're watching, I mean, last 3 years, really, you weren't here all 3 years, but the tight end really hasn't been a big factor in this offense, but it was to a degree with the Rams, and I think in Frank's offense it typically is. What did you notice with the Rams and what they're doing here with the tight end that you think it'll be?
He's asking and what he thinks they're doing with the tight end.
Tight ends is truly the hardest position on the field to play. You got to be able to run block, you got to be able to pass block. What tight ends are expected to do now, you got to be a full receiver, be able to run these clean routes and get open. And so they got a lot on their plate. And I think bringing in guys that's in a while, Hayden Hurst, getting him in here. Ian's played just tremendous amounts of football, high level football. Tommy is coming in now, settling in, right, and truly developing again.
All right. Well, why would you ask him that? I mean, he's talking about tight end.
Someone's deal. Oh, shit. Shoot.
Coach, the meeting that you guys had afterwards, the offensive line, what was kind of discussed, what needs to change in order to have a better product?
That meeting will stay in that room right through that wall. But thanks for asking.
What was kind of the overall, just the tone or
or what's the message of what needs to happen in order to not have what happened on Friday
It's
again?
a nice way of rewarding that.
Thank you.
That's excellent. Did you? Yeah, that meeting will stay in there.
Why did you feel the need to call it?
I just think at times, when, things don't go so well, obviously that, as a group, getting together and making sure that things don't overlap into the next day. I mean, there's a lot of things. That's why they call it training camp. It's preseason games, but you don't take any opportunity to compete. You want to win, you want to do well. So I think really, a lot of times, they have a lot of rest and recovery, and coach and Althoff and the medical staff do such a terrific job with that, when things go bad and then it's like, well, are you going to miss your rehab? You're going to miss your recovery times because we're all upset. And so a lot of times it's things like that too, that just make sure we get on track and we come in the morning. We're all focused on what we need to do, myself to get better. Everyone's, has fault and
Just a nice little grouping. Let's see what else. Is there anything good? All right. No worries. Well, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button on your way out, guys. I really appreciate it. Appreciate everyone joining. I'll be live again tomorrow. We'll do a call-in show tomorrow. All right. Again, thank you for joining. Thank you for showing your support. And as always, keep pounding.